I do need some of those tomatoes. Those look so good. Ah, tomatoes, salsa. Oh, hey guys. How we doing? You guys ready? I've been here at a farmer's market. How many of you have been to a farmer's market? Okay, a lot of you. How many of you have tasted some of the fine fruit at our farmer's market? Oh, vegetables. What about vegetables? Okay. All right, so we know we just read Count on Pablo, and just like at a farmer's market, you purchase things in groups, right? So when Pablo, what was he selling? Shout it out. What was Pablo selling? Okay, Pablo was selling tomatoes. I did hear tomatoes, and I believe I heard peppers as well, right? So yeah, he did sell a bunch of different things. He had peppers, three of the main things, onions, and tomatoes. Oh, I do love some tomatoes. All right, so he was selling those in groups, right? Okay, so usually when you buy vegetables and fruits at the grocery store, you're going to be buying them in groups, okay? Now, let's think back of how Pablo purchased, right? He had onions. How many onions were in each of his groups? Ah, you're right. He sold them in groups of 2. So, if I didn't buy any, that'd be 0 times 2, which, as you know, equals 0. That's found right over here on that number line, or this times table chart. So let's go ahead and circle that. What if I bought 1? That would be the same as 1 times 2, which you already know that, because if you've got one group of 2, you've got 2. What if I did 3? That'd be 3 times 2, or excuse me, that'd be 2 times 2 is 4. Sorry, I skipped ahead. Then you've got 3 times 2, which is 6. 4 times 2, which is 8. Notice how those keep going down on the multiplication chart. Okay? All right, let's think of the other vegetables, right? He did tomatoes. What did he sell those tomatoes in? What kind of groups? That's right, he sold the tomatoes in groups of 10. So, if I've got groups of 10, if I didn't buy any, that'd be 0 times 10. Right over here, yep, we'd have 0. What if he bought 1? What would he have then? Okay, so yes, it would be 1 times 10, one group. 2 would be 20, and we can go on to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Well, I didn't catch up right there, right? 80, 90. Okay, and then we have 100. So, depending on how many you buy, now we've got peppers. Peppers were sold in groups of 5, so if I didn't buy any, you're at 0. If I bought 1, you're at 5. Now watch this. This is where it gets kind of tricky. Not tricky, needless to say, because you're smart. If I did 2 times 2, then he gets, 2 times 5, he gets 10. And then 15. And then what? 20. And then 25. Now what do you notice with our 5 times tables here? Yes, they do either end in a 0 or a 5. So it's fairly easy for you to count by tens because they're either going to end with a 0 or a 5. Kind of easy, right? All right, so now, if Pablo sold 6 pairs of onions, how many onions did he sell? Go ahead and click pause. You're going to solve this on your own, and then we'll come back and we'll solve it. Go ahead and press pause. All right, so now, I like to draw pictures. That's what I want you to do, is draw a picture. So, onions. What did they go as? They were in groups of 2. So, and I've got, how many did he do? He did 6 pairs. So there's 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs, 5 pairs, 6 pairs. All right, so that would be the same as if I were to add, I could do skip counting, right? I could do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now, what if I did as addition? That's right. It would be 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, a little bit longer, but you can do that. Now, what about if I did it as multiplication? Yes, you could do 6 times 2, which equals 12. All right, let's go on to the next one. Now, remember, once we go over the question, you're going to click pause and solve it on your own. So if Pablo sold 5 boxes of tomatoes, how many tomatoes did he sell? Go ahead and draw it. Press pause now. We'll come back and see how you did. All right. We're going to draw a picture. So we have groups of 5, and he did 5, or excuse me, groups of 10. Sorry, 5 groups of 10. So there's one group of 10. There is, come on, 2 groups of 10. Then we had 3, 4, and 5. So we got 5 groups of 10, which if we were to skip count, it'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If I were to do it on repeated addition, what would it be? Do it again. That's right. It would be 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. You run out of breath. What about as a multiplication problem? That's right. 5 times 10 equals 50. All right, let's do peppers. So, if Pablo sold 4 bags of peppers, how many peppers did he sell? Click pause, and we'll come back. All right, we already know 4 times 5, because they were sold in boxes of 5, 4 times 5. So, Pablo had 23 peppers. Can he sell them in bags of 5? Yes or no? Evenly. Try to solve. Click pause. Okay, so as you solve, 4 bags of tomatoes would be 5, because there's 5, that'd be 4 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25, so we couldn't, so he would have to do it in 4, right? Because he could do 5, 10, 15, 20, with 3 of those left over. All right, you've done a great job. So now, you've only got a few questions to answer today. I'm going to let you work with a partner. So 1 partner, but you both have to submit it. Okay? You've got about 6 questions. Between the 2 of you, you should get that done in no time. Have a great rest of your day. We will see you all tomorrow.